Hey everybody, welcome back to Life with Type 1 Diabetes. It's Kara. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope that this holiday season's been good for you so far, and I hope it's not snowing too hard where you are, because man, where I live, it is snowing super duper hard. So that's always fun with Christmas season and holiday season around the corner with us. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit with the holiday season theme, about treats and different things that come our way when living with diabetes. This isn't necessarily about Christmas, although that's generally what we see everywhere right now. It doesn't matter if you're Jewish, you're Muslim, you're Christian, agnostic, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point of this video is about the challenges that we have come to us in this season. You know, it's like eating chocolate or having a mixed drink if you enjoy alcohol, or a sweeter drink if you enjoy something else, and having to carb count and have that challenge of, oh, I need to do this. So there are a number of different ways people can do this. And this is a disclaimer right here. I'm not giving medical advice. If you have questions around this, please talk to your care team, and just know that I'm highlighting some of the challenges that can come with this holiday season. You know, for me, I find sometimes that doing a combination bolus works really well, whereby you input a number of carbs that you are eating or that you believe you're going to eat, and then over 2 or 4 hours it gives you that insulin that you require so that your blood sugars kind of stay on an even keel. However, if you have a Tandem t:slim X2 insulin pump with Control-IQ on it, which is what I use, that's not a possibility with Control-IQ on. You have to take Control-IQ off or disable it and then go and eat whatever you're eating. Some people, otherwise, if you don't want to take Control-IQ off, sort of bolus as you go type thing. So like they'll eat something small, have taken insulin prior, they'll eat it, and then they'll wait, and then they'll keep taking insulin as they go throughout the meal or the day or whatever the case may be. For me, depending on what I'm doing or where I am, I guess if I need to, which is not ideal, but if I have a nutritional label or it's been carb counted out already, then I just go to that, and I can generally manage a pretty decent insulin intake and blood sugar numbers throughout the day or the evening. Challenges can come, for me at least, whenever I encounter somebody and they come at me with, and I'm sure many people have heard this, oh, you live with diabetes. Can you eat that? And as I said in my Halloween shorts, it's like, yeah, I can eat that. I have the ability to. Just because my body isn't producing insulin doesn't mean I'm taking in insulin in a different way. And if you don't take insulin, but you still need to check your blood sugars and you take maybe metformin or another oral medication, yeah, you can still eat it. You just have to plan it in a different way. And I think that with any holiday season, that is a huge challenge to overcome, purely because it's the holidays. You have a lot of things going on. You have different people coming at you with different things. If you have a holiday meal and, you know, things are a bit crazy and you forget to give your insulin 15 minutes beforehand or 20 minutes beforehand, something that I was taught and that I've learned in the few recent years is that if that happens to you, if you are too crazy busy and you forget to take your insulin, however much you think you're going to need for that meal that you're going to consume, go ahead and take it at that particular time, and then eat your vegetables first. So it gives you, if you're having a holiday meal, for instance, eat your vegetables first and then eat everything else, so you can kind of give the insulin time to absorb through your system and then continue with the rest of your meal. But I know specifically, because this video is about treats, it kind of goes in everything, because depending on where you live, I live in Canada. I know in America it can be a little bit different for holiday meals, but there's not a lot of sweets within the actual holiday meals that I consume. It's more like at the parties that I go to, or just in everyday life, like at my place of work. There's generally a lot of treats around at this time of year. We have chocolates coming in from different families of people that we support. We have our staff team make different things, and so it always comes down to, for me anyways, where my blood sugars are at the time and what I'm choosing to consume. Now, that doesn't always work. And the other challenge that can happen at this time of year, aside from what you're eating, is stress. Stress can affect blood sugars quite a lot, and it's quite difficult to manage it unless you know exactly how it is your body reacts to it, because everyone's body reacts differently to different things. And for me, stress is like, it's not so bad, but when you throw in treats on top of that, it can exacerbate the outcome of what your blood sugars would do. And if you are using a continuous glucose monitor or a flash glucose monitor, you can see your graph going up, and you are maybe cringing a little bit because you thought you were doing really, really good, and instead of getting a unicorn or close to a unicorn, it goes haywire. And so you also, at this time of year, I find whenever you are entering into these parties or holiday meals, or you really are craving something that you know might throw your blood sugars off a little bit, unless you meticulously plan how you're going to enjoy that thing, you need to give yourself grace, because we didn't ask for this diagnosis. It fell into our lap. No matter if you were diagnosed when you're 5 or when you're 18 or when you're 30. I got diagnosed at 21. And so you just kind of, I'm pretty sure most people have had this thought go through their brain where they're like, I can't just do this, or I can't just have this. I have to sit here and plan all these things before I can enjoy a piece of fudge or mulled wine or caramel apple spice, like a warm apple juice drink with caramel in it. And it's hard, and it's hard with other people not understanding where you're coming from. And so I think in this video, just talking about the treats, and when you go to holiday parties or have a holiday meal and you have to guess, you have to remember that the fixed amount of carbs when you're going into it. So like, this is 15 grams of carbs, right? And I hate guessing when I'm going into things, because sometimes I overshoot or I undershoot. When I overshoot, it sucks, because then you have to really figure out that exact amount of carbs or sweets that you need to get your blood sugars back up to where they were. And then if you undershoot, for me, I find I get frustrated with myself, because I should have either known better, or I should have maybe given a little bit more. But finding that sweet spot in how much insulin you need versus how many carbs you're consuming can be exhausting. And I know that living with type 1 diabetes, or even living with type 2 diabetes, is super, super frustrating for so many reasons, because it's those 2 a.m. lows that you have to deal with. It's, oh, I want this cookie, and I'm having someone come at me saying, well, you live with type 1 diabetes. You can't eat that, can you? And it's just this whole thing that is really, really hard to deal with. And so I think that at this time of year, like I said, no matter what faith you are from, if you are having a party of some kind, or a Hanukkah or Christmas party or something like that, that you give yourself a little room for grace, because otherwise you are going to be stressing about other things, probably more than you might even think you are, but you just are naturally doing it because so many other people are just enjoying what they want to enjoy and we can't. And so I think that in this season, like in this month, 6 weeks, whatever the thing is for you, to work with your team if you have a team and you need some assistance with carb counting, or getting a game plan in place, or all those different things. And I think for me, I've kind of rolled with it over the years, and I will share more about kind of how that works. And so, yeah, I just think we really just need to give ourselves some grace and some room for, oh, this is a holiday season. We really need to do this, and this, and not just cut ourselves off from it. Because I know it's also very easy to be distanced from it, in that, oh, I'm just gonna not do this, or I'm not gonna do this because I live with type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes. Like, chill out a little bit, because it's also sometimes good to allow yourself to have something, because you worked hard to get to a place where you have good blood sugars, right? And so I think that that's a really key thing you guys need to maybe accept or consider. Like I said, this is not medical advice. This is a suggestion and just chatting about what it is. Things are like during the holiday season. So with that, I'm going to end this video here. If you guys liked this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up on your way out. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I will put a video over here of the beginnings of my diabetes journey, and I will continue to talk through that as this channel expands. And I hope you guys will have a great holiday season and a great Christmas week if you are choosing to celebrate Christmas, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.